First thing I'm going to do, everything looks shaved.
Okay.
The first thing I'm going to do is put towels around you.
Okay.
And towels you're not supposed to touch.
Yeah, I'll keep my hands back.
Separates out what we're working on from the rest of you.
I had a spermatoseal removed once.
You did? Which
Hydrocele.
side?
It was left side. Sorry. Left side.
All right, we'll see if that gets in the way or not.
Okay.
Sometimes there's scars in there, but we'll see.
It was more like on the epididymis or whatever.
Well, it's right. It's all in the same neighborhood.
Oh,
all right,
is it?
Next
okay.
thing I'm going to do, wipe you off with cold wet stuff, betadine, antiseptic stuff. So cold and wet.
Yep. Shrinkage.
So you're looking at the camera, huh?
Yep.
And where are you going to post it?
Just depends on where you let me. My Facebook, because there's a lot of my cousins who live on the reservation who have too many kids, so
we don't want to do it.
We don't want to do it. I think it's going to be a bad process. So
no, it's not. You know, my goal, I tell everybody, is having a vasectomy shouldn't be any worse than going to the dentist.
Yeah, well, also my wife is, I was telling her, I was like, it's much easier on men than women.
No question about it. I mean, I had one. You know what I mean? I like to say you wouldn't go to a house painter who didn't paint his own house.
Right.
I mean, I had a vasectomy.
You always look at a hairdresser and see how their hair is.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah.
On the other hand, my barber is bald.
Oh, well, there you go.
But that's true.
Yeah.
It is much easier.
Yeah, because that hormonal...
Other things is for women to get their tubes tied.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple procedure, but a real operation. General anesthesia.
Right.
We never have complications from this.
Yeah.
If you have a complication from getting your tube tied, it's rare, but it's like, oops, we poked a hole in your bladder.
Right.
Oops, we poked a hole in your intestine. Oops,
Yeah.
So it's just a much bigger deal.
Less risk.
Yeah, this is less risk, and that's a much bigger deal.
Yeah.
All right, first thing I'm going to do is fiddle around on your right side, find the tube, and drag it over to the middle. That's just my hands, a little pulling and tugging. All right, and now, little poke of locals, not so bad. Little poke.
Yep, not bad.
Stings a little as this stuff goes in.
Not bad at all. I felt
so
way
that's
worse.
the skin.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to numb up the right side. This is the last thing you're going to feel on this side.
Okay.
And even it's not so bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I'm not trying to give dentists a bad name, but this is better. All right, let that guy think about it for a second. Let me go get the other side.
All right.
What reservation? Where?
Pine Ridge Reservation, South Dakota.
That's where the whole family's from?
Yeah, on my dad's side. They're all from there in Rosebud Reservation. So.
All right. The skin's already numb. Here's the last thing you feel on the left side.
Felt that. Well, that's a harder one.
You always feel one side a little more than the other.
Yeah, the left one was a little harder.
This is the end of the bad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all from Rosebud and Pine Ridge. So that's all my dad's side. My mom's side,
Where'd you grow up?
There in Spain and everywhere. I was an Air Force brat, so so I kind of did everything.
And are you 50% Native American?
Like a quarter. So we got a mixture of fur traders that were up there going through the reservation for fur trading.
I mean, when? When are we talking about?
Back in the 1800s, but my family's still, like, there's a lot of full-bloods in my family that are still there. And
you're what we call a real American.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. I'm a mix with everything, so.
Yeah.
You got a lot of cousins that look like, a darker native with, like, blue eyes, because of the French fur traders.
Huh.
So that came through. Oh, I felt a tug there.
You're like anybody write the family history?
Yeah, we have a book in Greeley, Colorado. In Greeley, Colorado, that has our whole family history all the way back to the sign of the Declaration of Independence.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was Elbridge Gerry, gerrymandering. That's him.
Wait, he's a relative?
Yeah, great-great-grandfather, who was
He's the guy who did gerrymandering?
Yeah, the bastard. Yeah, so that's my family over there. So my mom's side, they're just English, like straight up from England. They're Stones.
Huh.
So you got a mixture of everything.
It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting history.
Yeah. My wife is Armenian, so my son's gonna be like.
That's good. You needed to throw in.
Yeah, I gotta.
You needed to throw in a new mix.
United Nations kid, you know,
Yeah.
like a mixture of everything.
God, can't wait till he does the 23andMe or
Oh,
something.
good God, 2000 and me is what it's gonna be. He's got so much, but
You know what? It's a good thing.
yeah, it's a nice mix.
It's a good thing.
I'm gonna pause.
One of my partners, who's no longer here, I think a long time ago, there's this Danny Bonaduce. Do you know who he is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He also, I think, I don't think he didn't have the vasectomy, but I think he came in and filmed a patient, you know, with the patient's permission.
Yeah.
So we've done it a few times.
It's kind of cool, you know, because a lot of men are afraid to do it nowadays.
I've always been afraid to do it.
Yeah, especially, but the young generation don't even think to do it.
Maybe.
So.
I don't know. I think anybody, once they got a couple of kids running around, starts thinking about it.
Yeah, that was me.
That's all of us. It was me too.
Yeah, I have two beautiful kids, and my wife and I talked about it. She's 36, so 37. So you get into that geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's just about my story too.
Yeah.
You know, that I had two kids, and we talked about it. One day, I was doing a surgery on a Friday afternoon with my partner. We almost never did surgeries on Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle of the operation, I said to him, "You in a hurry to go home?" He said, "No, not really." I said, "You want to do a vasectomy on me?" He said, "Okay." And so
awesome.
we called from the hospital across the street. We called over to the office and said, "Set up a vasectomy and everybody can go home."
Wow.
And he and I came over. I hopped up on the table. He did it.
There,
I drove
awesome.
home.
There you go.
My wife said, "How was your day?" I said, "It's fine. I had the vasectomy."
And then she's like, "What?"
And she
That's
said,
awesome.
come on, boys, leave your father alone for
Yeah,
a while."
exactly.
That side's done, by the way.
Okay.
Leave your father alone. But it was, you know, the recovery and everything was really no big deal.
Yeah, Patrick said he was walking around Disneyland the next day. So
That, you know, it's pushing it a little. I mean, there's no you
I
can't-
won't be doing that.
I was gonna say you can't screw up the vasectomy.
Yeah, that's not gonna be me. I'm really cautious with surgeries. I've had a few, so
You gotta follow the rules.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
yeah, that's what I do. That's why I asked about the 15-pound child, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, just want to make sure. I got neck surgery, hernia surgeries, and
Well, hernia's not a big deal. Neck is always a big
that
deal.
was a big one. That was a biggie.
What was that from? Is that an injury?
It was like a combination of two things, and then it ended up like just, you know, coming to a head one day, and I started getting numbness and tingling.
That's bad.
Yeah. Lost strength. Started to get atrophy.
That's
My left
bad.
side, yeah.
And
So,
what do they have to do?
artificial disc.
Wow.
So I have a titanium plate C5, C6.
Are you pretty stiff in the
Nope.
neck? Or it really?
Totally mobile like normal.
Huh.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, Cedar Sinai, Dr. Rosuli, he's one of the top.
He's the guy.
Yeah, he's really good. It's amazing. So I gotta just be careful. I mean, he said I can even go on roller coasters if I wanted to. That's how solid it is.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm not gonna push it.
It sounds blood. This is good to me. I will.
Yeah, he did good on the scar, too.
Did he? In the front.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jokes about that. A guy who slits people's throats for a living.
Exactly. My son's like, "Did he cut your head off?" I was like, "Essentially, almost."
Did he cut your head off?
Yeah.
Yes, but fortunately they reattached.
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't put it on backwards.
Right.
How old's your son?
He's 5.
It's a good age.
Yeah.
You know what? They're all good ages.
Well, when I had the surgery, he was 2, and then he didn't, you know.
Great.
Yeah.
So my younger son was about 3 months old when
Mm-hmm.
you know I had the vasectomy, He that showed up in town yesterday, lives in New York. He's now 29.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
You know, but you know, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Done. That was
All right,
it, guys.
All right, so tell the camera, was it easier than the dentist?
It was easier than the dentist,
Woo-hoo.
not as scary, guys. It was nothing. I know I'll feel the pain later, but you know what? This was.
You know, whoa. What about I'm going to feel the pain later?
I guess not.
Come on. No, I
Awesome.
mean, I tell you what it feels like.
Uh-huh.
I tell people it feels like. It's like you got kicked 3 days ago.
Oh,
It
I've
doesn't
been.
feel like someone's cutting. It doesn't feel like someone's hurting you.
Yeah.
It just kind of aches afterwards.
Oh, okay. So cool. I'm done, guys. That's it. I'm done.
I'm expecting a steady stream of vasectomies from South Dakota.
Yeah, South Dakota and maybe LA too. We need to
It's
hear.
closer.
We got enough people.
All right, now this vasectomy is this called a no scalpel vasectomy?
Uh-huh.
It's called no scalpel because I didn't actually cut a hole in your skin. I just
Okay.
poked a hole.
Okay.
And because I just poked it, it closes itself up with no stitches or anything.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Right, so I'm going to put a little, ointment, Neosporin on top of the little puncture hole.
Okay.
I'm going to cover it up with some gauze,
Okay.
and I'm going to hold it in place with a athletic supporter.
Okay.
Keep that on. Keep all that stuff on till tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning when you get up, you can take it all off and take a shower.
Okay. Perfect. Excellent. All right, I'm gonna stop the camera. Okay.
fine.
All right. Thank you.